Hey guys, I'm back. Did you miss me? Hope not. Just gonna say this first. Don't get used to me being back. I'm not gonna post a video next month probably, unless I get more inspiration because what I'm making my video on today, I guess you could say I was just kind of inspired to make it. Uh, Funny thing about video topics. Originally, I was actually gonna make a video on the new Wing Feather Saga series. But I really didn't have much to say about that, and I've not even read the books. So today, instead of mulling over the Wing Feather Saga, I'll be talking about the recently released original YouTube animation known as LackaDaisy. Bit of a strange name, but okay.
This is what I've been saying all along. Women can drive. That's right.
All right, let's just jump into this, okay? So the story takes place in the middle of Prohibition, right? The year is 1927. We're in St. Louis. This thing already told us that, yada, yada, yada. The opening for this is a character just rambling to himself about nothing, really.
To challenge Titans, come before!
Now, you may think anything he's saying is going to come up later. You'd be wrong, but, you can think that if you want. Okay, so we've already run into a problem, okay? The problem with the storytelling is that they're wasting my fucking time already, all right? The first 3 minutes of this could have been removed and nothing would be different. I'm not even kidding. The start of this opens up with text that tells us when and where we are, right? Instead of doing that, I would probably recommend that they could have made the first 3 minutes count, and had the violinist recite a poem about St. Louis or some shit while looking at the silhouette of said city. And then next scene, which is them robbing a grave for alcohol, tells us, without saying it, that this is during Prohibition, because, why the hell else would you be robbing a grave for alcohol? Speaking of grave robbing, I'm going to have to give this an F, okay, in terms of grave robbing scenes, all right? Frankenstein, just much better grave robbing scene. I'd rather watch that. Look, my point is that they could have been a lot more economical with telling the story. Just don't waste our time so much. And they do waste your time a lot in this, by the way. So they're not very economical storytellers because there's a lot of fluff. I think this could have easily been 20 minutes flat. I'm just going to say that instead of 27. Anyway, shortly after all of that amazing poetry, we're given some amazingly half-baked character introductions and some bad jokes.
Is that it?
Well, if it isn't, we'll have some awkward explaining to do to the family of,
After the few bad jokes are told, the main characters are chased off by two other furries, one of which is sporting a bar. After a quick car chase, the main cast find themselves stranded in what looks to be some sort of quarry. Now, I'm going to say a few kind words regarding this. The animation is fun, and the fights are enjoyable. And the 16-minute mark hits, and my interest falls off a cliff because it gets so goddamn boring. In fact, I found myself checking how much time was left after the 16-minute mark because the fight is very fun to watch. Those were enjoyable, except the end of, the quarry fight. That got a little cringe.
That's making me cringe.
It's so bland. It takes them like 4 fucking minutes of meandering to tell us that the 3 who robbed the grave work for this lady. Most of the information in that time could have been, told through showing, not telling. Listen to this line.
The weather, madam? Ah, right, the difficult business of a business.
Wow, what a great fucking line. I'm really glad I got to hear that after, seeing that the business is basically empty and hearing that same sentiment repeated yet again by one of the band members, which his line isn't that bad. Just cut out this fucking line.
Zib, shouldn't you be up on stage playing?
For who?
Like I said, not very economical storytelling. I mean, fuck me. The least they could have done is shorten the dialogue at least and, maybe get rid of a few of the unfunny jokes. That's all I'm asking out of this. Oh, and cool thing, it ends with a music number. It's kind of like Shark Tale in that matter. It's pretty good.
It's okay. A lot of great whites can't do it, yo. Yo, what's up?
What's up with what?
Yo.
All right, I'm gonna go into some characters. Okay, all right. Are you ready to see? Are you ready to hear my amazing opinion on these great characters? I'm gonna say it now. If you've seen a YouTube animation with 3 characters, then you know these characters already. Don't believe me? Allow me to compare LackaDaisy to another YouTube original animation called Cliffside. You have the crazy, funny one, air quotes everywhere, the normal one, and then the serious one. And also there's a romantic side plot. In fact, this actually reminds me, this is a striking resemblance to fish hooks, now that I think about it. In fact, I think they could press charges. Think about it. You have brown fish. He's the crazy funny one. Redhead girl. She's the normal one. And then you have fat cunt, and he's like, is he the serious one? I haven't seen fish hooks in years, but you get what I mean. It's a very basic dynamic, okay, that's been done to death by virtually everything. Fucking Iron Man Armored Adventures. You have Tony Stark. He's the normal one. You have goddamn Pepper. She's the crazy funny one. And then you have the black guy, who I feel really bad that I don't remember his name actually, but he's the serious one. It's just, I'm just a little sick of this character trope, and it's really uncreative. And if anyone ever tells you that these characters are great or well written or really just at all good, you need to slap them in the face, okay? Because they're fucking stupid. Also, just gonna full disclosure, I cannot remember a single character's names from LackaDaisy, even though by the time I wrote this out, it was like only 1 hour after I had watched it. They're just all so memorable, That's really impressive.
Wait. Okay. I'm making 54 gold per turn. If you want, I could give you 25 a turn for New York.
I'm making more than that.
Okay, well, you're gonna be making less if you don't give me New York.
All right, setting. What the fuck is this setting? Okay, when I saw it was 1927. Okay, I Prohibition America. I was a little bit confused. Okay, does that mean that the United States joined Cat World War I just like 10 years ago or some shit? Was there like a Spanish Cat American War in 1889? Was there a Cat Federate States of America? Wait, who are the slaves? My point is, there's very little care put into this world, okay? They could have tried to make, like, certain nationalities, certain cats, like, they could have made this Ruski like a Siberian tiger, but instead they make the, 925s white cats, which, that didn't make any sense to me. What I'm getting at for the setting is that it's completely pointless that they are animals. It has no bearing on the story whatsoever. It kind of reminds me of Sing, okay? There's no reason the characters in Sing are animals. It's just to be cute. And this is just so people can like jerk off to them or something. I don't fucking know. Also, Sing is clearly made for children, okay? So it kind of makes sense, right? Think of Walt Disney's stuff. First Mickey Mouse short, clearly made for children. There's like a talking or a whistling cat or whistling mouse, and they use them being animals to set up the characters. Pete is a cat because our main character is a mouse. It's things like that. You don't have to pull like a Zootopia, which, Zootopia did this incredibly well, incorporating being animals into the story. But you don't have to pull a Zootopia. You just have to make it make sense. Are you getting me here?
But yeah, there's many humor and jokes on here that I think are pretty funny. Like, if we go over here, we'll find a bar named Jizzy Jim's, like jizz, like cum, you get it? Yeah.
All right. It's generic. It's so bland, okay? As soon as I saw the year 1927, I had high hopes. I had high hopes they were gonna, take some inspiration from 1920s animation, maybe throw some rubber hose arms here and there, but no. Instead, it sticks to the goddamn same type of furry art design we've had the misfortune of seeing floating around on the goddamn internet. It's so. There's nothing interesting about these character designs. Okay? Nothing at all. These characters, you see them. These characters, bland, completely, and that is punctuated even harder by what I talked about earlier about them having the same goddamn 3-man interactions that like every other fucking show under the sun has already done. In conclusion, do I think this is the worst thing since the Autodale comments? No. But it is painfully underwhelming. Also, another thing we learned today, class, this man is a fucking retard, okay? Oh, and also, okay, this kind of got me a little peeved, okay? Apparently, you can't comment things like, you can suck my cock if you think this is, quote, one of the greatest. Like what the fuck is this, 1984? I realize I could have posted that comment anyways, and I kind of look like a bitch for not doing it, but, my channel's already has 1 strike for hate speech, so, sue me if I don't want to take that risk.